Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM. Kit is molded in 1/35 scale and as you can see it copies quite unusual MLRS. It's a BM-13-16 on W.O.T.8 chassis, and frankly speaking I haven't seen photos of this vehicle, so if you have some links or maybe sources for this vehicle, post it in the comment section below. I will be happy to check it. Of course I will do my own research as well because that's interesting configuration, I would say, but here we have a commercial sample of the kit, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff. The same kit will be in all big model shops and it should be already available on Model Max. So box size is standard for such kits from ICM. Here you can see comparison with my hand. We have really nice box art here. Then on the side we have some information about this kit and I'm trying to find the parts count. So here it is, 338 parts inside. And then on the opposite side we have a simple profile for this truck. And I should say that box, I would say weight is quite heavy. So I wonder what is included there. Maybe it is really tight package because I can see it's slightly bulging on the top. As usual for recent kits, we have here the plastic seals which, let's say, forbid you from accessing what is inside. So I have to use sharp knife in order to cut it. Just let me place the knife. I'm not sure where I should place it because it's a bit tight fitment here. Okay, 1, 2, here we have the second one. Okay, then we have third one here, and then we have fourth one here. Okay, so in total 5. Quite interesting arithmetics. Nevertheless, the top cover is printed in color, so as you can see it's a thin cover which does not provide any protection. It's really flexible, and here we have what is actually protecting. It's a sturdy white cardboard box, just like in any ICM kit. And here is what we have inside. So as you can see it's a bit of tight packaging, I would say. We have all sprues packed into the same plastic bag. Then on the bottom we have assembly manual and various brochures, but we are going to start with plastic, obviously. I just need to open this plastic bag, so just give me a second. And in the meantime, I would like to remind you that you can support us financially. We have special support button on our website, and it is done via PayPal. Some of you already sent us a bit of money, and that's really useful. I appreciate it fully because it helps us to upgrade our equipment. It also helps us get some kits which are not accessible otherwise. So if you want to help us, if you really appreciate what we are doing, just press this button, choose even the smallest amount to send via PayPal, and we will be happy to get it because it will be helpful. So we are going to start, oops, something fall off, just give me a second. Okay. So we are going to start with first gray plastic sprue. It is actually the biggest one in this kit. So as you can see here, we have various parts for the front cap, also for its interior, and also for some drivetrain parts as far as you can see. And attention to the smallest details here is really impressive because we get it out of the box. You won't have to spend extra money in order to get this or that part, so some modders will be happy to see such detailing. And we can zoom in even more so that you can see, for example, these separate doors, which might be handy in 1/35 scale in case you plan to build some diorama or something else. So here you get them separate. You can open the cap, place some figures maybe inside, maybe some items, so that it will be a bit more natural appearance for the model. Here you can see also some leaf springs, engine parts, drivetrain parts, and some of the interior parts. For example, here we have steering wheel, which is molded as a one-piece part, and that's really impressive for a standard detailing in my opinion. By the way, we should flip it over because here inside we have also some detailing for the front cap doors. We can zoom in back so that you can see it. And that's really cool as well, because in case you plan to open these doors, there should be something inside, obviously. Next, we continue with this plastic bag which fell off, and that's not such a great thing in my opinion. I mean, I can say it straight because I'm not such a huge fan of vinyl wheels, and I think you are as well. So here they are. I mean, they're all fine for out-of-the-box build. I will try to bring them closer here, so now you should be able to see it. So they're fine for out-of-the-box build, but in case you would like to have something more impressive, something more natural or realistic, then go for resin version if there is an aftermarket edition. I think there were several options for this kit, so just check the scale mates and you'll find the suitable version. Next, we go on with new parts which are specific for today's version. As you can see here, we have this special chassis with launcher rails. We also have mud guards for the rear wheels. Here we have chassis bars with leaf springs, and everything looks cool. I don't have any complaints here. I think assembly process will be easy as well. Here you can check these parts from the opposite side. And now we can move on to the next elements. So just give me a moment. So next we have various panels for the front cap, and as far as I can guess, this main frame bar won't be used because it is for the truck version, but we will have to check the assembly manual. And just to remind you, we have separate front doors, so in case you would like to open them, you are more than free to do so, because it is designed to have such feature. Okay, so next we go on with two identical frames. I'm going to show you only one. Here you can see that these are mostly external elements and they won't be handy with today's version. For example, these frames definitely won't be used because we have a launcher on the rear section. We do not have any trunk, so that's why you won't be able to place this tarpaulin frames on the top. Next, we have again these panels for the rear section. Again, they won't be used. I guess the only thing which will be handy from here, fuel tank and maybe some parts for the drivetrain, and that's pretty much all. So these ones might be handy for your spare parts. Next, we go on with 1, 2, 3 identical frames. So here they are. And again, I'm going to show you only one, because there is no need to show the same again and again. So here we have these rails and rockets for the launcher, which will be placed on the rear half. And as you can see, everything is molded nicely. We have even throughout holes here, so it's just a matter of careful combination of all these thin parts together, installing missiles, and you will be good to go. Okay, now just give me a moment to place everything aside. Okay, so here we have clear plastic parts. These ones will be used only for the front cap, obviously, so I will place it on this and we zoom in. Now you should be able to see them. I'm not sure if there are masks included, because for the truck kits ICM did not include any templates for the masks, so I guess this kit won't be an exclusion from this rule, and you will have to cut off masks with your own hands. Next, we have two identical frames for wheels. So I'm going to show you again only one, because these are similar parts. And here we have wheel rims because we had vinyl tires, so you will have to insert them into the tires. And as you can see, molding quality looks fine, but as I said before, in case you want better detailing on your truck, then definitely go for resin option. It will be even more impressive and even more natural looking. Next, we go on with small plastic bag with PE thread, so just give me a second to open it. It's unpainted PE thread. There are not that many parts, but still it is unusual bonus for ICM kits. So here we have parts for the front radiator grille and also small panels on the truck cap. Okay. And last but not the least is this gray plastic sprue. So I guess here we have more of the parts for spare wheel, also for some rear section details. And again, everything molded nicely, even the smallest, thinnest parts, they don't have any flash around them, but you have to be careful while separating them because they're thinnest and the smallest. Next we have new brochure which shows this. So as you can see, they're ready to replace everything. Don't be afraid to contact the support, ICM support, because they're quite helpful. And now I'm trying to understand whether we have decals here or not. I guess there are no decals in this kit whatsoever. So we are going to continue with this assembly manual. I will zoom out a bit. Now you should be able to see it. Let's reduce the ISO. Yeah. So this is a typical ICM brochure. We have short history note and technical specifications here. Then we continue with parts map, and note how many parts won't be used. So be careful, use the right elements. In case you will be confused, just pay attention to the right parts which should be applicable on today's version of the truck. So everything starts with the main frame. As you can see, you have to combine all these bars together, and at the same time you build the engine and the gearbox exhaust tube. It gets installed with the engine, obviously. Then we install the rear leaf springs and also this exhaust tube, as you can see here. So it goes from the opposite side. Then we go on with wheel axles and also various suspension parts. Here we assemble wheels. Obviously, this will be assembled on the last stages of the build. Here we have the rear mud guards. Actually, that's the front section for the front cap. And then we continue again with various levers for the suspension parts. For the front suspension, here we continue with various control elements which will be in the front cap. Here we have also front driver and passenger seats. Then we continue with front wall for this truck. As you remember, we have separate clear parts, so you have to mask them somehow. Here we have separate doors, so even though manufacturer does not mention that you can open them, there is still such a possibility in case you will need it. Then we continue with spare wheel, which will be installed here in the rear. Then we have this special rails assembly for the launch station. So as you can see, there are plenty of them to be connected together. And then all this stuff gets installed on the rear part of the truck. But as you can see, this launch station, this launcher rail can be treated as a kit on its own, because as you can see, there are plenty of parts to be combined together. So do not underestimate it and don't think that it is really simple thing to do. Next, we go on with minor elements for the rear section. Then we finally install this launcher, and various minor bits get installed here and there. In total, you have to perform 129 steps in order to get your vehicle ready. And there is only one marking option from 1942. As you can see, it's a full green with rockets on the station. So this kit should be already available. As I said, ModeliMax has it for sure, so in case you would like to get it ASAP, just go there and order it. In my opinion, this is a really interesting combo of quite unusual, I would say, components. So we have this BM-13 launcher on the W.O.T.8 truck. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such combination. Write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!